Hi, this is Sharon Rowley from MomOf6.com, and this is week 2 of our Get Your Life Organized Bootcamp. This week we're going to be talking all about establishing routines, because I think routines are one of the biggest keys to making your life more organized. Now, I took the question this week over to dictionary.com to understand what they say is the difference between routines and habits. When they talk about routines, they define it as kind of the commonplace duties and chores and tasks that you have to do at regular intervals. Well, yeah, those are some of the routines that we're going to be talking about this week. But they also, when they talk about habits, they say that habits are an acquired behavior pattern, that over time you do them so often, they become almost involuntary. And we're going to do some of those this week as well. Little things that you can do that just become so part of your regular procedure, you don't even have to think about it. One of the easiest routines you can create is the walk in the door routine. You come in, you got your car keys in your hand, you got your handbag on your shoulder, you should have a definite location of where to put these things. So for me, the keys go right here on the shelf, my handbag goes up on a hook. I never have to go hunting for these items because I always know where they are. The other two things I do that are part of my walk in the door routine have to do with my wallet and my cell phone, which I always keep in my pocket. The first thing I do if I'm home for the day now is I take the cell phone out of my pocket, I come into where my kitchen command center is, and I plug my phone back in right here. That way it's always charging and ready to go the next time I need it. My other tip has to do with my wallet. If I'm out at a store or at a gas station and I notice that I'm running low on cash in my wallet, I make sure that I don't put it back in my handbag. I leave it on the seat next to me, and when I come into the house, it's not stuck in my handbag, and that is my visual reminder that I need to replenish the cash that I keep in my wallet. So the routine that I really wanted to share with you today that makes a huge difference in my crazy busy mornings is my evening routine that I do myself. The first step in it is making sure that we're ready for what the kids need for school tomorrow. So on the kitchen counter, we have all of their stacks of school paperwork, and I'm going to make sure if a library book is due, it's in that child's pile. If there's a permission slip, something I needed to sign for school, money I need to send in, it's all here in piles for each of my kids that they can put into the backpacks in the morning. For kids that are going to be taking a lunch to school, I'm going to get it prepped. So I'm going to get out the little containers that I'm going to need when I make their entree. I'm going to get their water bottles filled and ready to go. And all that's going to be set for me waiting for tomorrow morning when I get down here. If my child has music tomorrow, I'm going to take out their musical instruments, or I'm going to ask them to do it, and I'm going to have them put it next to the front door, because this is the thing that we can easily forget the most often, are their instruments for school. Another trick that I started doing with my kids a few years ago is laying out their clothes the night before, and then it dawned on me. I was spending time doing something every day that I could do a lot more efficiently if I only did it once or twice a week. So I purchased these bins for my girls' room that list the day of the week, and on Sunday evenings we will pick out their outfits for the entire week and lay them into these cubbies. So if there's going to be any drama regarding what they want to wear versus what I will approve that they're going to wear, we do it all one time, and then they go into their cubbies in the morning when they're really sleepy. They don't have to think about what they want to put on, and they just get dressed. It makes life so much easier. And I have the same concept put into place here in the boys' room. We don't have room in their closets for those hanging bins, so instead we just have plastic containers. I lay out their clothes into 5 piles on Sunday nights for what they're going to wear during the week, stack them up, put them in the plastic bins. And luckily for me, my boys don't feel the need to have the same kind of input into what mom picks out for them to wear, so they're good to go with whatever I've put into the box. One of my other big tips when it comes to establishing household routines is to not do something daily that you can just do weekly, and don't do something weekly that you can get away with just doing monthly if you do it efficiently and plan ahead. An example of that is grocery shopping. If you get into the habit of menu planning, which we will talk about in week 4 of our boot camp, you can manage to go to the grocery store only one time a week instead of running every 2 or 3 days when you figure out what you're going to have for tomorrow night's dinner or even tonight's dinner, and you realize that you don't have all the ingredients that you need. Another example of doing things less often and more efficiently is laundry. I know tons of families who throw in a load of laundry every single day. And to me, that feels like I am endlessly doing a chore that I don't necessarily love. So I limit my laundry days to twice a week. And I also space it out so it feels like less of a chore. I do all of the gathering of the laundry the night before, get it sorted, and I start my first load. Then in the next morning, before I even get in the shower, I throw that in the dryer and throw the next load in. So already I'm getting a jump on my laundry, and it doesn't feel like I've spent all day doing it. Another great habit to get into is to always book your next appointment before you leave your current appointment. So if you're getting your hair cut and you're getting ready to pay the tab, make your next appointment. If you're at the dentist, make your next appointment, even if it's 6 months out. If you're getting your nails done, if you're getting your eyebrows done, whatever it is, book ahead. That does two things for you. One, you never get to the point where your hair is looking so bad and then you call the salon and you realize you can't get in for 2 more weeks. And it keeps you organized and efficient. You always know that you've got it taken care of. So for this week's Get Your Life Organized Bootcamp homework assignment, I want you to think about one area where you can create a routine to help you be more organized. It could be something as simple as creating a habit, like putting your keys in a basket every time you walk into your house, or something more elaborate, like an evening routine for yourself, where you get things organized for your kids for the next day, and even for yourself. I look forward to checking in with you on Wednesday to see who links up and shows off how they've been doing on the homework assignment. Until then, I'll see you next time.